One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Lopez wants to fire. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off.
Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
They want to run this quarterback. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Coming out aggressively. Makes the grab at the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They stop him just short of the... down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Nittany Lions have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. He makes the grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. It's Young. On the move at the 30. Run to the right. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's looking to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Denmark.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Motion from the wide receiver.
It's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They got it back after that last drive stalled out. Breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, UNC. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Ole Miss found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Oxford. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Reynolds. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Catch in the middle. It's Denmark. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Second down, he'll throw it. He'll try. Oh, he's got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Hudson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Lopez to pass. Setting up the screen. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Delivers the stiff arm. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators.
Turning on the Jets. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is.
Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Denmark. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Now, how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. That's caught. It's Lions. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Nittany Lions looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Time to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped at the 19-yard line. A big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy. And David, the defense...
He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab down the left side. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Lopez to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure and you get to hit the quarterback. But two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that.
Quarterback keeper. Trucks through the defender. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's turning it loose into the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
The sure hands, it's Lions. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Lions. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Penn State. He got a step and just dusted the field. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Creates a little space. Turning it on. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wide receiver going in motion. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Lopez wants to fire. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Gonna take a shot. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Got room on the return. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency.
Now, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Buying some time. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Let's go. Break. Single. Let's go.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Young. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Denmark. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the option.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now they're going to throw it. quick completion on the out route. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. RPO complete to open the drive. Speeding down the left side. The 30. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Lane Stadium. They're up by 7 over Washington. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Grabbed in the middle, it's Denmark. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Lions. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
He throws one to the left. Got it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The give to the back. Hard running there. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
Get ready.
Off the play fake on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Grabbed behind the line. It's Reynolds. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lions. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the point after is good. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lopez to pass. He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got...
Going deep. Holds it in on the left. And he slipped through the crowd and
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Snap in the shotgun. Finds his man. It's Mitchell. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. It's Lyons. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the fourth. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Firing to the right, complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
Wants to keep it in the air. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Lopez wants to fire. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he added the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on.
He'll take the deep shot. Hardly toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
A shootout, both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Makes the catch. It's Denmark. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout ball. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, there are a lot of players who I think might tense up in that kind of situation. You know you got the lead, it's 4th down, but they just go out and they're on the same page, and they convert, and they're able to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more clock.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Make it happen.
Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Gives it on the option. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Caught in the backfield, it's Lions. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Lopez to pass. Makes the grab. It's Hudson. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch on the left. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games...